I have been living in Munich for 7 years now, and it has been a journey. I'm actually in Texas, so it's very funny that I'm making a video about Munich, especially now that I'm visiting here some family members. I was like, wow, my life in Germany has been so crazy and so interesting. And I know that a lot of you guys are thinking about moving to Germany or moving to Munich and starting a life. And I thought it would be very interesting to share my 7-year review of Germany, especially Munich. So let's do it. A bumpy ride. So my start in Munich was not the easiest. Other people have done it better. My situation specifically was very bumpy. Like, I didn't know any German. I didn't have a plan. I was like young, so I didn't know what I wanted to do. There was a lot of learning by doing, but I can tell you some things that I think will save you a lot of time. You should definitely know the language, because that's something that I thought like, hey, German is gonna be easy. It will be an amazing experience. Guess what? German is like super freaking hard, and it was not fun at all. Like, anybody that tells you, yeah, learning German it's fun, that guy is a psychopath or like has an obsession with languages. The point is, learning German is really hard, so it's not easy. Learn the language before you come here, at least to a B2 level, because that way, whenever you're like doing your registration process, you're trying to find a job, or they ask you if you know the language, you can always say yes. B2 is kind of like what they all ask you, at least, like to be at least a bit fluent and a bit fluent on writing. So that's kind of like the bare minimum, I would say. But you still can work in Munich not knowing German. You can still work here. Basically, if you find a job where you don't have to talk to customers, that's kind of like, yeah, everybody speaks English. You know, there's so many internationals living in Munich that English is kind of like, yeah, just a second thing. Overall, just having a bit of money helps out. Munich, it's not as expensive as Tokyo, London, Paris. I mean, there are other cities that are more expensive. It's not cheap, especially rent is high. It's full with people trying to get in. So yeah, definitely looking for apartments. That will help you a lot. Having a plan is essential. I struggled for 4 years, and as soon as I started, catching up with what I wanted to do, and I started to find jobs, and I became a full-time filmmaker, that's when my life in Munich changed. What I love. Munich is a city that works so well with everything. The public transportation is like 10 out of 10. Everything is walkable. You have the English Garden, which is one of my favorite places in Munich. I started going on hikes. That's something that you start, doing, because it's like the thing to do there, right? It's like you're surrounded by mountains that are beautiful. You also have the chance to visit other countries, like neighboring countries like France. Arc de Triomphe! Yeah, bye! We're doing it! Italy, Switzerland. Munich is a city that I feel safe going at 4 a.m. for a run. And for some reason, it's safe. It limits your lifestyle if you have a country that it's always surrounded by people that are stealing stuff, breaking into your car, just not being secure. That's something that it's a huge bummer, and that's something that since I have been in Munich, it has been like so nice. Universities are very cheap, they're public, and they're very good. You have health insurance, that's great. If you're just even working, you get health insurance, which is really nice. There's a lot of job opportunities because Germany is a country that it's descending on population, so they need a lot of immigrants to kind of like fulfill those roles. Healthy food is not expensive. Like, if you go here in Texas, food is so expensive, like healthy food. The culture and nature is very strong, and you can really appreciate the festivals and stuff like that. So it gives a nice vibe to the entire feeling of being there. Bad things. So the bad things are honestly just like maybe the society is a bit closed. Germans, as I have said in this channel, they're like pineapples. They're not as friendly as the Americans, especially here now that I'm in Texas. Talking to people is so easy. It's like, hey, what's up? And they're like, hey, what's up? So a lot of people actually there have their friends from school, from university, and they stay very close. Like, getting into a new group, it's quite hard. The best way, as I have said to many people in my previous videos, is like to start doing a sport or join a group. go to places where you can start relating with somebody on a topic that you probably share with the other persons. You can DM me on Instagram, and I have my own group. So for the people that are interested, you can just DM me on Instagram and I will add you to the group. We do meetups and we sometimes create plans and stuff like that. Germans are very behind on technology. I mean, like, they're catching up. Many places you have to pay only with cash, which is honestly a struggle, but slowly has been getting better. So yeah, those are like the only bad things that I have seen. Like, honestly, that I cannot pay with my card everywhere, and that some people are just sometimes like not super friendly. That's it. My thoughts. I feel Munich is a great city. Should you live here? Yes, absolutely. It is a city that works. I think it works too good that it's boring. Even though it was bumpy at the beginning, I knew that it would pay off. And I think a lot of people that I have met have also said the same, that it's like maybe a bit difficult to get to know people. It's a bit difficult to just like, yeah, get started. But I think it's difficult everywhere, and it's never easy when you start doing something. But after some time, you start becoming better and better, and you start really enjoying it. If you have any questions, let me know down in the description and I will be happy to answer. And that's it. See you in the next video. Bye bye.